I am Rhiannon Lambert. I'm a registered nutritionist. I graduated from Roehampton. My undergrad, I think, was 2014 and my master's 2016. And I studied nutrition and health and then did a master's in obesity risks and prevention. Since leaving Roehampton, it's been a bit of a whirlwind. I've worked very, very, very hard. I have to say I've had so many jobs, but I think the biggest achievement since leaving, I've set up my own business. So I started my clinic, a nutrition clinic, where I now have a team of health professionals from psychologists to registered dietitians, nutritionists, and we work in a variety of different areas. I'm a Sunday Times best-selling author. I've written a few books and there's a few more in the pipeline on the way. I'm a podcast host of Food for Thought. We've had 6 million downloads now, which is insane, which is a nutrition and health wellness podcast. I'm very lucky I get to interview lots of fabulous people who are leading experts in their scientific field, ranging from happiness experts to sleep, food. And then aside from that, I also have a business called Nutrition Plus, which is a supplements company, and we're one of the first evidence-based, thoroughly high-quality UK sourced and made supplements companies in the UK, which is extremely exciting. And I'm a mother, and I think being a mum is probably the biggest role that I have, alongside all the other areas of the nutrition, social media, business. Being a mum, I've got a second baby on the way at the moment, is probably my biggest achievement. I miss the lifestyle I had at Roehampton, where I definitely thought that life's pressures were in a different ratio to what they are now. I mean, running a business, to be honest, and having constant administration tasks and bills to pay and staff to pay, the life aspects. I do miss the constant learning at Roehampton. I used to always go in and have access to something new every week, whereas I have to seek out those learning opportunities for myself now for my continuing professional development every year. But being at the campus, it was so beautiful as well. It's one of those universities that's pretty stunning, and I felt very lucky to be able to escape the London madness, because I was still living partly. I lived in halls actually, and lived in central London when I was at university, so I miss getting that scenery every day. Did I have a favourite spot on campus? I don't know if I did. I used to work in the uni library, so a lot of my friends, we'd do the night shifts at the library and things. I mean, I know it's very different now since you've done up the library since I was there. But I spent a lot of my time on Whitelands, which is the life sciences area, and I used to really like it in the summer, just sitting outside where you've got the field and you can see the view of Richmond Park and things. So I guess they're my favourite areas. I always say that any university or where you go, it's up to you to get out of it what you want. And that it's definitely up to the student to seek for extra guidance from a lecturer, because it's there. You just have to know how to ask for help. And I think at my time at Roehampton, I was always very determined. I mean, I technically went as a mature student, so I went at 21. And I wasn't scared to ask questions or ask for help a little bit further. And I think what really helped me there was being able to access different things. Like, I was president of the Nutrition Society for a while when I was there, and I had opportunities to present, to almost do pitches, I suppose, for public health campaign ideas you'd have in certain modules. But it really was the variety of lecturers and the options available there that were quite inspiring, I think, at the time. I think one top tip I would give to anybody that is a student that sat in that lecture room, because I've definitely been there thinking, is this even relevant to my degree? Why am I sitting here right now listening to this? Where am I going to apply this in the future? Well, the answer is that everything definitely has a purpose. There's a reason your curriculum has that particular module, but you just don't see it until a lot later in some cases. I know in my instance, in the world of nutrition, I remember doing certain modules, I won't say what they were on here, but thinking, oh, I'm not as interested in this part of the degree, why am I learning this? But I have to say, everything that I learned when I was at university has in some shape or form grounded me, set me up, or prepared me for success in my current career path. So stick at it, even if it's, I wasn't naturally gifted at statistics or these other areas, but it definitely set me up for being able to perform better in the job I have now. Gosh, what a question. Where do I see myself in 10 years' time? I mean, I'll have a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old child, so it's a very different scenario. I hope in 10 years' time I will still have my clinic, which will be helping people all around the world, as we do currently at the moment with their nutrition and health concerns. That my books are still going strong and helping people resources, and I'm still able to do a lot of media work and get in the kitchen and get cooking, because one aspect of my job that I love is being able to share delicious recipes and get creative. I love the creativity aspect of nutrition and the fact the science is evolving. So in fact, what I've learned at university may be totally different in 10 years' time in the field of science. So I suppose it really is going to be a watch this space, and I aspire to be happy in 10 years' time. That's really difficult because there were several lecturers there that I particularly found very inspiring, and actually are still constant supports. And I don't think I could single out one. I was lucky enough to have Dr. Patrick Brady look at psychology, and Sue Reeves, the head of the nutrition department. We had visiting lecturers, I remember, Yvonne Jeans and Yvonne Waite coming in, who were inspiring. So there were so many, if I'm being honest, lecturers that I found inspiring. So more so than I'd say my friends around me, it was definitely the career opportunities that you could potentially gather from being a nutritionist. I was definitely told that it wasn't black and white, that you can either go into a commercial or a corporate environment, or you can go freelance and set up your own thing. And that's what I did, which worked for me. So yeah, lots of options, lots of horizons to be inspired by.